Okay, guys, this is this is kind of the bittersweet one for me. The takedown of global number 9, Macs 2015. As you guys in my task force, Spartans Elite, know, Max and his videos were kind of the ones that gave me the motivation, the push to push VP. It was through Max's videos that I learned, studied, and began to practice the TRM troop combo, which I then used to take him down. Max, if you're seeing this again, it's like I say, this is a bittersweet one. As you know, Max, we kind of traded private messages on the Supercell forum, and you kind of gave me your blessing to go ahead and do this. I do, guys, or I do want you guys to see on the left there. I did actually have to take Max a second time. The first time I had some not great troop placement, and I ended up failing, which is again a credit to Max's incredible base design, which you guys will see here. So Max does use the fairly standard corner laser base, and as is my custom, which I learned from the master himself, I take down the second and third closest boom cannons from the shore. I deploy the troops all the way over to the left side there. The first time I tried Max, I had more of a center deployment, and what was problematic there is the tanks ended up drifting too far over to the right, wasting a lot of time by these cannons, which in the grand scheme, if you're using the TRM and the base approach that I'm using, there's really no need to be down here messing with this one. Ended up suffering a little bit too much on the casualties, and so I chose this angle to attack him with. First boom cannon goes down, just about out of rifles at this point, and as we have learned from Max himself, rifles serve the sole purpose of distracting the single fire. Because I am now out of single fire, you'll see some critters go up there, which serves both as a distraction for that cannon, and I believe it also begins to draw some of the shock launcher attention. There's the second batch up there, waiting for this laser to drop. As soon as the laser drops, I can highlight it, the flare to the left begins. A couple of smokes, hopefully to protect some medics. I think these guys down here, I think they end up getting hosed. Yeah, a couple of them did. And then from here on, it's honestly just the straight up through the corner approach. Now, on the first attempt on Max's base, you can see kind of here, he has very strategically placed boom mines and shock mines. And those boom mines at this point, as you can see, my troops, there's still a fair amount of green on some of the tanks, but other tanks have very, very low health, and a boom mine will take them out. That pack of critters originally was intended to take out this boom mine. It did not. At this point, I'm actually running fairly low on GBE. So you guys are probably thinking, well, why don't I shock that shock launcher right here? I think I only have about, like 30 GBE at this point, and I can't actually waste it yet because I still know I have to come down and hit this boom cannon and this shock launcher. So it's kind of a calculated gamble. I dropped those critters, honestly, to take care of those shock mines, which again are just crippled me on the first attack. Finally, a shock goes down on that boom cannon. And from here on, the shock is going to be on the machine gun here, but that is to cover both the boom cannon and the shock launcher there. The range on this boom cannon was critical. You see they're just outside of that, but now they come into that. I don't have another shock until this machine goes down. Once it goes down, the final shock, and at this point, thanks to that last shock, I was able to take down Macs2015. Man who reached as high as USA number 2, currently global number 9, could probably move up to 8 before this weekend is over. I know Max has gone on record saying that he is going to end his VP push this weekend. And so, Max, just as a personal shout out tribute from me to you, I have made it as high as I have, in large part due to your videos. And I thank you for those, as well as the personal messages you've sent back and forth, traded with me on these Supercell forums. So, Max, again, credit to you. It was an honor to just to get the privilege to attack your base. And like I said, I mean, I needed a second attack. The first one, your defenses are set up so well. Terrific anti-TRM setup that I needed a second hit, even with 8 offensive statues. So, Spartans Elite, thanks for watching. And again, tip of the cap to Macs 2015.